Let's get to hear the details of the probable causes of the Dana accident and challenges facing investigation in Nigeria. Our guest is the Commissioner for Accident Investigation Bureau, Mr. Akin Olateru, and he was speaking at an event in Lagos.
4 interim safety recommendations were made and have been implemented by the operator and the regulatory authority. The investigation identified the following: probable causal factors. 1. Engine number 1 lost power 17 minutes into the flight, and thereafter on final approach, engine number 2 lost power and failed to respond to throttle movement on demand for increased power to sustain the aircraft in its flight configuration. The appropriate omission of the use of the checklist and the crew's inability to appropriately to appreciate the severity of the power-related problem and their subsequent failure to land at the nearest suitable airfield. Number 3, lack of situation awareness, inappropriate decision making, and poor airmanship. 8 recommendations were made. Safety recommendations previously made in the preliminary report published on 5th September 2012 were 4 in numbers, wherein 3 was targeted at Dana Airlines and all were accepted and closed. 1 was NCAA, accepted and closed. There were 4 safety recommendations made in the published report. One of which is to FAA, Federal Administration, targeting Pratt & Whitney, the engine manufacturer. 1 is to Dana, 1 is to NCAA, with 3 safety recommendations in 1, and 1 to NAMA on quality assurance management. The aim of which is prevention of reoccurrence and not punitive. It is a fact-finding proceeding and are not conducted for the purpose of determining the rights or liability of earning persons. It should also be noted that the cost of investigating an accident or serious incident is very huge. For example, Transport Safety Board of Canada, TSB, spent over $50 million for investigating the MD-11 of Swiss SR111. It is a very, very serious business. And over $110 million was spent on the Malaysia flight MH370. Accident investigation takes time. It is not an overnight solution. You need human capital. You need financial capital to make this happen. We are not bound to take their comments because we are working for the state. We are not working for the operator. But all I can say, we got a maximum support of everybody concerned on all these reports, including Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority. They have been of immense support. They've given us so much support on this. Even after the 60 days, we still called on some of the stakeholders to come and sit with us here to review and make sure our safety recommendations are real.
Ever wondered who the people responsible for piecing together the clues left in the wreckage of a plane crash actually are? When it comes to planning investigations into major aeroplane crashes in Nigeria, such as the Dana crash of June 2012 and the associated airlines of October 2013, all of which involved a tremendous loss of life, nothing can be left to chance. In Nigeria, aeroplane crashes come under the domain of the Accidents Investigation Bureau (AIB), which is responsible for the investigation of civil aircraft accidents and serious incidents. But taking up a job as an investigator requires quite an amount of experience.
It's a long way. Started a long time ago, maybe about 40 years ago. And as an aircraft maintenance engineer, transformed over time to flight engineer, and from flight engineering on into accident investigation. It's all about telling you that most of the things we did when we were online flying, now is the time to see that you did a lot of things wrong and you're out there to correct it.
Since we are operating an equipment that is faster than the brain, you have to ensure that you are matching the brain, the speed. And that is the reason why you are not allowed to guess. Everything has to be by the book, whether as a pilot or as an engineer.
And there are days when the job demands a tough call.
In the years of my accident investigation, every accident is unique. Anyone you consider very challenging, you see the next one as also very all of them. There is no little accident that you can say this one is the most challenging, though you have issues, especially in gathering information, in management of information, writing the reports, in presentation of what actually happened to the public. It has to be done by the rules.
Emotions could also run high.
I had, to be with the bodies. I was at the mortuary at every point in time. Relate with the families of the victims. We had several meetings with the Lagos State government, with the relatives and families of and friends of the victims, and seeing the emotion, you feel that something has really happened. So people outside may think that we don't have feelings. We have feelings because we are pilots, we are engineers, we have friends, and we know that if by our action or inaction we commit one error, it can lead to the loss of valuable lives, and who knows whether even my family or my relatives could be the next person.
In the long run, the goal of any accident investigation is to ensure that similar accidents do not occur in the future.
When we return after the break, News Flash is next. Do join us again.